hottest places on Earth with a recorded high temperature of 134 degrees. Just northeast of Ridgecrest, we travel about 50 miles to the ghost town of Ballarat. This town acts as a junction for most overlanders and tourists. There is a general store, but unfortunately that was closed when we arrived. It is a town of one man only.
Cool.
Is there a Starbucks around?
The town offers a lot of machinery to see, big sky views between the mountains, and donkeys. Unfortunately, there is no Starbucks nearby.
Here you go. Alright, you have the rest. That's how we go.
After our pit stop, we traveled another 40 minutes south to our first campsite. In total, we probably spent a good 6 hours traveling that day, so we were pretty tired when we got to our campsite. The most difficult part about day one was really just the soft sand on the trails. It wasn't too threatening, it's just something that you want to make sure you're prepared with four-wheel drive. Since it was BLM land, we were allowed to have a fire out in the open. As per usual, after we woke up with a big headache, we drove all the way south down about 30 more minutes over to Golder Canyon. The entrance to this place was amazing, and because of that reason, we forgot to roll on our actual camera, so enjoy this footage that Jessie captured from her iPhone. About 4.5 miles from the entrance, we arrived at the historical Barker Ranch. If you don't know this name, it's where Charles Manson was found. And if you don't know Charles Manson, do a quick Google search. The Barker Ranch was really cool to see. All of the history that surrounds it is definitely something you have to take in.
Is this the tail? Tail of what?
Dirt hospital. I like smell. I sneezed an egg out.
Look, it's Brad's favorite sticker.
Yeah.
I did that.
Walk around and find out.
I know, this is wild.
Dude, that's a cool chair.
Creepy.
It's not making it.
I think it's 248 the date, right? That's gotta be it, right? Or else this person's worse at math than I am.
This guy doesn't like cancer.
Yeah. I'm gonna sign my name before I throw up in it. Start a new page, new chapter. What's today's date? 422, 423?
How the old breakfast in the war.
424?
That man was stupid.
So this is the Barker Ranch. This is all the ranch?
Yeah. There's another one next door, I think, too.
Looks nice.
Barbara.
The Barker Ranch was definitely really cool to visit, and we did see a lot of it. Unfortunately, most of it burned down in a fire several years ago, but legend has it that Charles Manson was found under the kitchen sink. As we left Barker Ranch, we traveled north on Coyote Canyon Road and busted out the GoPros finally. This area was full of technical spots where you will need a spotter. Brad, being our most experienced off-roader, was the one who was actually helping everybody go through all the technical challenges. Here he is walking Jessie through some of the technical parts. Communication is the biggest key for any off-roader, so really trusting your spotter on the trails is the number one thing to do.
So
We've been pulling through this line, right?
Through here, yeah.
All right. You're gonna try to get your wheel between these rocks.
There is a natural talent for it, but really overall, it just comes with experience over time. Next up is my take in the 4Runner. My truck is a 2015 SR5 4-wheel drive. I have zero locking differentials and just straight using Atrax, Toyota's computer-based software. The Atrax system acts as electric differentials, making sure that the tires do not slip and keeping traction.
You're perfect and clear.
You definitely want to make sure that you have armor in this area. This definitely was useful during this entire time.
Passenger. Wait. Back up. Keep backing up. Okay. Driver. And straight. Now straight. Straight now. Okay, perfect. Nice and slow so you don't bounce. Okay. Straight and then a little. Keep straight. Keep straight. Keep straight, little passenger. There you go. Now little driver. Hard driver.
Next up is our friend Francisco, who's driving a TRD Sport Toyota Tacoma.
Look at that beefy Tundra, or Tacoma.
Okay, you're gonna go a little passenger. Good. Alright, start from the garage. Keep going. Yeah, start straight. Just stick, hold that line. Hold that.
The second half of this rock garden was really challenging. You can't really see it here, but there was less than a 5-inch gap between my car and a giant boulder, and this was the most white-knuckle part of the entire trip. Very slow, very sturdy, and making sure that you trust your spotter completely is a huge part of this area. Again, slow and easy is definitely the way to go. Right now I do have Atrax involved with downhill assist and 4-wheel drive, everything complete, ready to go, making sure that if I do slip off the brake that at least that downhill assist control does compensate for that. Now I do have 4 low engaged, as well as setting the manual shifter to first gear only, and then just really creeping down this as steadily as possible. Tires really set up about 18 psi, making sure that I can get a little bit of traction, but not also hurting the maximum amount of speed that I can get. So really just, again, key here is really trusting your spotter, making sure that every little obstacle is down to the closest amount of detail he can provide you, and then just giving you directions, driver and passenger. That's it. So just really teeing it off here, making sure that you can go as slowly as possible. Switching to our GoPro footage here, finally. Jessie is driving a Jeep Willys. So she has Firestone tires on this thing and making sure that it gets its pinstriping correctly within the first 1,000 miles of this brand new car. This was Jessie's first actual trip with us on such a technical course, and she did an amazing job. Really had a great time, and she's looking forward to the next one. Again, lastly, Francisco here is getting a good flex on these rock garden paths. You can see the incline from this footage. It's actually very steep, but really there's no real risk of rolling over. Again, our average speed here was probably about 2, maybe 3 miles an hour. You can see here again, every little detail needs to be communicated correctly. Those rocks, if they do slide, that could mean your vehicle's on the ground, you can hit your prop shaft, you can hit any of the transmission components. Every little detail here is very critical, especially when spotting. And Brad did a great job.
Now it's my turn. Someone's fault.
Overall, this was one of the coolest parts of the trip, and we still had 2 hours to go. After this section, we headed right towards the Geologist Cabin, right in the middle of Death Valley. The Geologist Cabin was really cool to see, not only because of the actual structure, but really the views. The Geologist Cabin is really a safe point for travelers who may have run out of fuel or any other resources available to them. Lots of other travelers leave their gear behind, extra food, extra water, extra gas. There was something comforting about this place, but just due to the fact that it was pretty small and we had 4 vehicles, we decided to continue to push forward. About another hour and a half on the road, we came to the Warm Springs camp. Not really knowing too much about this place, we did explore it, and what we found was extremely eerie to us.
Francisco, do you copy? I copy. You copy? Yeah, I say this is better. You guys want to head over here? That's a big 10-4.
There is a pool here, Brad, but it's not full.
Can somebody bring Phil?
Where are you, Frigo?
Right here.
Wow. This is kind of creepy.
It is, right? It's like there should be people around them.
But it's just like houses after houses, too. Oh, we missed that completely. Oh, so you could have driven over here. Good job, Jesse.
So this must have been the way Jesse came up.
Yeah. There's a stove in there, too.
This is cool. And creepy.
It's very creepy. So we can go back and camp that way, too, because there was the flatter concrete slab.
Yeah.
And then we can set up shop here, I guess. Telling spooky stories.
Yeah, there's like flat spots where y'all parked too. Should we clear these buildings? Make sure there's no weirdos in them.
Yeah, I think we should. Can you open that door, Brad?
This is cool.
It's an Oasis.
Can you go through?
It's like bat droppings in there. Or yeah, they're wasps. Do you want to see what's up there? That house?
Another house.
Let's see. What if there's what?
A hidden hot tub somewhere up at this property. This one got burned up.
Yeah.
For workers, I guess.
The house right there is kind of weird though.
Well, it was a camp for lots of people. So.
Oh, so they have like a pump and stuff over there, it looks like. I don't know.
Anybody ready to like build a dam and create a pool? We had a couple weeks.
Water hot?
It's warm apparently.
It's warm. Is there